Welcome to the drums. It's groundbreaking, it's inspiring, and now, your host.
Welcome to the drums, our inaugural episode. And we're happy to have with us, while we're live here in Dubai, one of the most powerful, prominent women of color doing business globally. I'd like to introduce you to Shenika Batchelor, who's our guest today. Thank you, Shenika, for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm pretty excited about this.
Awesome. We want our audience to find out a little bit more about you, your background. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So Shenika Batchelor, originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Served 12 years in the military, in the U.S. Navy as a 8404 corpsman, which is pretty much a combat medic. Opened up an assisted living home in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which I still operate a few of them there, and now expanding to Egypt. So that's what it is.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your family.
I got a host of brothers and sisters. I come from a huge family. My mom has 7 and my dad has 5. So we come from a big family, and my grandmother is the reason actually why I got into this business. I helped my aunt and my cousin take care of her, and I remember when we put her into assisted living, when I first got there, I was just appalled by how residents was treated, how it smelled, how it felt, and I just wanted to do better, and I wanted to build better, and every step that I've taken so far in my life is to achieve that dream that I had when I was that young.
Okay, I got that. That's impressive.
Yeah.
And thank you for the vision you have. It seems that even as you talk about it, you relive in that moment when you experience what happened to your grandmother. Is that how it is for you?
Yeah, I mean, yes. Like when you care for your family deeply, especially someone who, my grandmother had 12 kids, and she's a Southern woman. She took care of all of us, and she kept our family so tight-knit. So when you have to make that decision, especially in the Black culture, in the Black community, to put your family into an assisted living home, that becomes difficult. That's a burden on the family, financially, emotionally, and then you don't want to feel like you betrayed your mother, your father, or in our case, my grandmother. So it was very hard for us to do that, and then to see the lack of care or dignity that those places give sometimes kind of opened my eyes to where I just felt like there's got to be a way that things can be better. And that should be an approach that anybody take in life. When you see something that's bad or inadequate to your standards, you got to be like, it's got to be a thing that could be better. That's how things are invented, how businesses are started. Somebody said, I got to do this better.
Okay. I got that. So you said you was a combat medic, so you've seen trauma on every level. And so I get from what you just shared about the assisted living facility, it sounds like you want to minimize trauma for families.
Oh, yes. Especially, I mean, putting your family into those facilities is traumatic, you know? And sometimes the family member is having a traumatic experience too, because now they're been taken away from their family. So it could be just all around emotionally weighed on everybody in this situation. So I think in my business model and what I try to provide for families is like, when you bring your family members to our home and our facility, like, we are replicating what you do at your house. Like how you love your grandpa, I'm gonna love your grandpa just like that. That's my grandpa now, you know? We want to show the love, we want to show the luxury life too. Like, okay, grandpa like this eating, or he likes to do this. We're gonna make sure we have these activities. We're gonna make sure we have these things for them. We want everybody's last days to be the best days. It's you work so hard for everything you've done in life. You've raised kids. You've worked a job for 30, 40 years, 50 years. Why can't the end of your life be the best luxury life where you're not worried about burdening your family? You're not worried about, your kids having to change you or worry about your medication or anything. That's what assisted living is for. It's to provide community and provide care and provide relief for families. We're a support system. We're just not taking, we're supporting.
Awesome. I get that. I can see the passion in what you created. Now, you started out in Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. And so how many facilities do you have in Wisconsin?
So we just opened 2 more, 5.
5, okay.
Yeah.
What had you pivot to Egypt, and how long have you been in Egypt?
So we're still in the construction phase of it. So the building is still being renovated. We are now in contract of a hospital, but that was built as a hospital, and we're trying to renovate it to be fitting for our residents. What pivoted me to Egypt is, I came to Egypt so many times. I love it there. It as somebody coming from, to be honest, somebody coming from the hood of the Midwest, I feel like the money that I make and the life that I am living in Egypt is so much grander. So I look at the veterans, the people who spend their last of their money to live in those assisted livings in America. And I was like, what if I can provide a place in a great area where we don't have to worry about staffing shortages. We don't have to worry about, we can keep the costs low. They can have fresh ingredients, fresh food, provide a luxury life for a cheaper price. That's why we're in Egypt. It's giving the full concept for a lower price. And it's just not for Egyptians. It's just not for Europeans or whatever. I honestly made it for my community.
Got it.
And to let them be able to see you can go beyond here, retire beyond here, live life beyond here.
So it sounds like you're suggesting that it's possible for seniors to live their best life in their latter years.
They should be living their best life in their latter years. They not worried about work. You can get up and do whatever the heck you want to. So you work so hard to live your best life.
Yes.
If that's not it, what are you looking forward to? What do you look forward to? You gotta get some type of hope to look forward to live the most peaceful end of your days. And no matter how long it is, it could be another 34 years. You never know how long you're gonna live. And that's the thing. A lot of people go into statistics. You actually show that nursing homes, you go in there, they live another 2-something years. Assisted livings, a little longer. Group homes, a lot longer, right? And the reason why is because in group homes, they gave them a more personal connection. Mm-hmm. So they were happier because it's not like you're one of 100. So even though I'm building a big facility, I'm giving that group home interconnection, that group home personal touch. So, I'm able to do that in Egypt because there's a lot of people looking for employment, a lot of people willing to learn. There's not going to be that shortage of staff. So I can be able to have more of that one-on-one care, the tailored care. Bob likes this, Charles likes this, Brenda likes this, Iman likes this. It could be that. And then and I want it to be, even though we're in Egypt, it's a Muslim country, believe it or not, Egypt is a very multi-religious country. So they welcome, other religions and stuff like that. It's got a big Christian base, even has some Jews there. So it's a big, community that they open to different things. So it's everybody. I want everybody to feel welcome.
So you just created a paradise for seniors. Mm-hmm. In our conference this week, which we'll talk about shortly, I heard a statistic that approximately 1,300 people turn 65 every week.
Mm-hmm.
And when I hear that you have 5 facilities in Wisconsin and you're doing a big facility in Egypt, have you thought about doing a franchise so you can expand to provide this type of service so that everybody has opportunity to experience what you just created?
So the thing I feel about franchise is that I feel like a lot of companies, when they franchise, they kind of lose the heart and the mission sometimes because they're more looking at that dollar amount. Now, I'm not saying I don't want to expand. Oh my God, I want to expand far, Dubai, back to the US. I want to expand everywhere. But I want to be conscious about my expansion. I want to be conscious about the people who we partner with. I don't want to just take anybody's dollar because in the end, my passion is really taking care of the residents that we are providing care, whether they're old or they're a young person with TBI or a young person that's missing all their legs and limbs and stuff. No matter what age that we're taking care of that person, I want to ensure that they got the best care. And sometimes big corporations lose that. And I worked for some of the biggest corporations in this industry, and I seen where they lost the care of the residents. And I don't want to get caught up in that. So I think as I expand, I'm ensuring that the people I put in place, that circle that I create, the people that's going to run these facilities will run it as if the way I would run it. So I'm very conscious about the people I allow in my space, the people I allow in my blueprint, people I allow in my plan. So,
what would be 2 or 3 points that you would give to an entrepreneur that wants to start a venture?
Anything? Of any adventure, just not just to entrepreneurs, but just the people themselves, I feel like be aware of your circle. You might not think that you have a support system, but I feel like everybody has a friend or somebody that reached out to them that gave them genuine love or care. So everybody that claims to be your friend is not your friend, you know, and some people will ride the coattail and really not support your dream. So you have to be very, very conscious about the people that you allow to sit at the table with you. You have to be very conscious about that. And you have to be selective. It's not about how many friends, how many people, how many corporations is backing you up, and how much dollars they have. Do they align with your vision? So your circle is important. Stress management. Stress management is the biggest thing, because if you're not happy because you're overwhelmed, you're depressed because the numbers or whatever, if you can't manage your stress, and I like to call it ROI, return on investments, versus ROE, return on emotions, it has to be an equal balance. Do you feel as much rewarded emotionally as you do compensated? So if you got a $20,000 a month job for your salary, but it took away your freedom, your peace, they calling you at work, they calling you when you're on vacation, they calling you in the middle of the night, is that a good return for that $20,000? You ain't got no peace. Mm-hmm. You can't even have a break. You're not happy. You're stressed. So you need to have a good balance. When you're doing a career, you're making a good deal, or you're making a deal, period, you got to think about those things. Is your return on emotion equaling the return on investment? And lastly, decisions. Being accountable for your decisions. It's okay to make a bad decision. We all do it. We all made bad decisions, but to own your decision, to be accountable, to pivot, to change, and to make a correct decision. And don't hesitate making decisions. You can't hesitate, because then people waiting on you to make that decision. You got to think quickly. If you're going to be the boss, you got to act like the boss. Make boss decisions. Make boss moves.
Yeah, be the boss.
Be the boss.
So, I was surprised when I got here to Dubai. You have a business partner as well.
I do, Nicole. I got 2 business partners. Nicole, she was in the military with me, and Susie Moore. She's the one that's holding down the fort in Wisconsin.
Okay. So I was surprised when I met you, when myself and the team met you, and I thought you was from the U.S. And you said, oh no, we live in Egypt. And we have a business. And I said, what? Really? So the idea that we are global as a people, making big moves, seeing great possibilities just resonated with me. So I just want to acknowledge you for that.
Oh, thank you.
And then what had you come to the conference here in Dubai?
Fear, to be honest. I'm in a point of my career of being an entrepreneur where I'm learning the influence of social media, how it influences your dollar, how it influences investors, how it influences your customers or your new clients. And with our business being opened up into a country or a region, let me not just say a country, a region where assisted living is considered taboo, I have to be conscious that I need to put myself out there. I need to show the passion. I need to show what my product is, what it does, and how it can affect and change your life in a great way. And my product is assisted living. So only way somebody will know about that is if I'm speaking to them and showing them and telling them and getting on these platforms and talking to people and showing them I heard you say one time, showing them that excitement.
Yeah.
And you got to keep it up and showing people what you do and being happy about it. So I was scared to talk in front of people and be on social media. I used to make videos. I got so many videos in my phone and I would never post. And I just had that fear. So now I'm trying to get out that shell. I'm breaking free a little bit now, just one step at a time, and that's all it takes. And I think it's a cool vision. I meet so many good people. So I'm so grateful for having here.
Awesome. One of the things I'm excited about is you heard our team share the vision for Barrett Enterprise and the things that we're doing. It's wonderful to see somebody else elevating to a space that other people didn't see possible. So what is it about possibility for you?
Nothing's impossible. That was another thing I talk about is like your vision, your dream is like your vision, your dream. Nobody feels the way you feel. Nobody can see what you see. So even if somebody say it's impossible, you can't listen to that white noise. You gotta listen to your voice, your inner stomach, that gut feeling, and you gotta live off of that. Cause it's gonna be so many people saying things are not possible. It was so many people saying, you should just start small, you shouldn't do this, you might be doing too much, you might, people love to put their fears on you.
You know what? When I do my coaching, I tell entrepreneurs, you got to be prepared for dream busters.
Oh yeah, they out there. Oh my God, they work full time.
And usually those dream busters are the people closest to you. The family, your friends, they say, girl, you can't do nothing. And I like to laugh all the way to the bank.
That part, because money talks.
Yes. So if I was to ask you this one question, just one.
Okay.
What is your vision for you, your business, and what you're out to cause in the next 7 years?
My vision for the business, is to be in multiple continents. To be a brand, not just...
Did you say multiple continents?
Continents.
Okay, see, I never heard nobody say multiple continents. They say multiple places.
No, multiple continents.
You think like I do. Okay, go ahead.
And to be a brand that people are proud to be a part of. People are proud to work for. People are proud to have their family members in. I want people to be excited when they hear Armana. When they hear Armana, they be like, oh, that's a good place. You work for there? I want that. So that's my vision for my company. And I want all my residents to be happy. I want all my families that I'm supporting to be happy. And that's it. That's all I care about.
So, Shenika, as you begin to share that vision about what you want, if I had a mirror in front of you, you would see how much you lit up and sharing what that looks like for you. That is a living vision for you, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It is. It is.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
sharing with us.
you.
And I'm so grateful that you came to Dubai and we got a chance to cross paths. And now we have a friends in
Yes.
Egypt.
Yes, come visit.
Yes, I would love to do that. So thank you so much. We're so glad that we had Shenika Batchelor with us today. And we're grateful. We're going to have her back to give us an update on what's happening with her businesses, and the ventures that she's involved in, and the other.
I'll invite you for the grand opening. Come on out.
Okay, great. So this is Paul Willam Barrett in Dubai reporting to you, and I say to you, remember, listen to the drums.